WHAS11 Good Morning Kentuckiana starts now with weather first.
And good morning to you, Kentuckiana. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and this dark shot that you are looking at right now is actually one of the 2nd Street Bridge. Now, we know that inspections are expected to resume a little bit later on today after crews spent several hours looking at the damaged bridge following a crash that left a semi-truck hanging off the side of the Clark Memorial. Now, we'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes. But for now, good morning to you, Kentuckiana. I'm Jim Stratman. Thank you for starting your weekend here with us. Now, we want to get you out to Bowman Field, which is where we find Reed Yaton getting ready for, Reed, what is one of the highlight festivals of the year here in Louisville.
Indeed, Tailspin Ale Fest. It's on today. Bowman Field here in Louisville. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to GMK Saturday at Kentuckiana's gathering place. It is good to have you. More on this festival coming up. No, don't try to buy tickets. You can forget that. No tickets available, but we're here because it's an excuse to be at an airport. Where else would we be this morning? Let's take a look at temperatures in the area. Cloud cover, low clouds, visibility reduced. We have some fog this morning. Temperature's pretty uniform in the viewing areas. You can see everybody in the 40s right now. Little mist. I think the drizzle is pretty well over. Let's take a look at the First Alert Storm Team weekend forecast. Wow. Who says it's quiet this time of year? Look at all the events going on today.
Wow, Reed.
Tailspin Ale Fest heading the list. We see 56. It's going to be chilly today, but these festivals, the ale festivals like this, it really doesn't matter. There could be 6 inches of snow and they'd still be here.
You got that right, Reed.
Yeah. Now, tomorrow, we're going to get some sun in here. Sun returns tomorrow, 72. Let's say good morning to Carolyn Knopp. Good
Hi,
morning.
Reed. How are you?
How many years is this festival now?
We are celebrating 11 years.
We were here for the first one. I can't believe this thing has grown every year.
You've been here every year, Reed.
Yep.
We love everybody at HAS. Thank you all for being here this morning.
It is a fun place to be today.
It is.
Festival gets underway at what time?
2 p.m. The gates open up for VIP. 3 p.m. general admission. We are sold out. No gate sales, like Reed said earlier, and it's a good time.
That's always been a hallmark of this event. It's always pre-sales on the tickets.
Yep.
You get a lot of advance notice when they go on sale. So if you want them, you can get them. Plan for next year. It is a neat event. We're going to meet some of the people associated with this event. Special guests this hour coming up. In fact, a couple of them. So we'll see you again in a few minutes. Jim, back down to you.
She was just praying. She was praying a lot, so and I prayed with her, so it was good. I had to trust the guys at the top side, which we have awesome captains and firefighters and sergeants who were assisting the rescue. Obviously, without the whole, it was a team effort. Without everybody doing their job, we wouldn't have been able to have a successful rescue. We trained for this situation probably 100 times, but to actually put it in action, it felt good.
That is 29-year-old Bryce Carden. He is the hero that rescued a semi-truck driver who veered off the side of the 2nd Street Bridge after a crash yesterday. That driver went through the railing and was suspended over the Ohio River for about 40 minutes. Now, I want to go ahead and point your attention to this. This is a time lapse from one of our traffic cams as crews work to bring that truck back onto the bridge itself. This is from Suburban Towing, the company that is working to try to get the truck off of the bridge. Transportation officials say that semi was removed at 7:53 p.m., meaning that it was there for roughly 8 hours. WHAS11's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Aspen Hester have more on what comes next.
The semi owned by Cisco Foods crossing the 95-year-old Clark Memorial Bridge is left hanging off the edge after police say it was involved in a 4-vehicle crash, skidding off the side but holding tight. We asked KYTC State Highway Engineer James Bollinger if semis should be allowed to travel across the 4-lane bridge.
At this time, we would expect that it would still be able to carry commercial truck traffic into downtown Louisville. It is an important connection. But certainly we will evaluate that. It was last inspected in September of 2023, fair condition.
Bollinger says the bridge will be closed for quite some time for an inspection. Louisville fire and first responder crews were on scene in just 3 minutes. In 40 minutes, firefighter Bryce Carden started rescuing the driver from the dangling truck.
You see crashes on the 2nd Street Bridge from time to time, but nothing like what you see behind.
The recovery effort caught the attention of sightseers like Noah Stinson. He and others were on Louisville Louisville's 4th Street Wharf.
I feel like they need to do something about like widening the bridge or make it like one lane each way.
Mayor Craig Greenberg says 2 other people involved in the crash were taken to U of L Hospital with life-threatening injuries.
Please keep them and their families in your prayers this afternoon and evening.
In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS11 on your side.
Well, currently, there's no timeline for when the inspection of the bridge will be done and when the bridge itself will be open. LMPD told us that the driver of the semi did have some minor injuries, but they are expected to be okay. Now, we did learn that driver works for Sysco, the wholesale restaurant food distributor. In a statement, the company said it's thankful its colleague is safe and also thanked first responders for their quick response and their courage. Now, with the 2nd Street Bridge closed, drivers will be looking for other routes, and this weekend's planned Sherman-Minton Bridge closure has been delayed. That might help out just a little bit. Lane restrictions were expected to start last night, but the renewal team says recent weather delayed the preparations. So the full westbound closure is being pushed back to the weekend of March 15th. Let's flip over to Frankfort as lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are pushing for a pay raise for the General Assembly. Now, this is Republican Senator Damon Thayer's last term in office, and he wants Senate Bill 350 to establish higher pay for state legislators. It would include $105,000 for future majority floor leaders like himself.
I think this notion that Kentucky's legislature is part-time and should be compensated accordingly is out-fashioned and out of date.
On the other side of the aisle and on the other side of the Capitol, Democratic Representative Josie Raymond from Louisville is also leaving Frankfort and has proposed a similar bill in the House. Her bill sets a standard pay rate at $60,000 with higher rates for committee chairs and leadership positions. She introduced her bill at the end of January, and Senator Thayer introduced his on Wednesday. So far, neither one has gotten much traction.